pulling out from Lucky Bay, and I think it's fair to say we're really going to miss this place. We have absolutely loved it. It is such a beautiful place. But we've been here for a month, more than enough time to hit the road and head east across the Nullarbor. We've got a very important date on the Bunda Cliffs on the 8th and 9th of May. Lisa's birthday and Mother's Day. So we've got a couple of spare days to kill on the way across the Nullarbor, so we're going to take it nice and easy as we head across. Not in a hurry to get across there. Just want to be on the cliffs on the 8th of May. So into Esperance, top up on the groceries, and head up to Norseman, and then across the Nullarbor. So we'll keep you updated on the travels. So we've started our trek from Esperance, heading for the Nullarbor. So we're in a tiny little town at the moment called Salmon, about 100 kilometres north of Esperance, halfway between Esperance and Norseman. And we just stopped here overnight at the Salmon Community Caravan Park, which is a really nice little spot. Really pretty basic, but nice clean facilities, and nice little stop just on the railway line. So you do get to hear the trains going past at night, which is actually pretty cool. I quite enjoyed it. So just here for one night, and then we're up to Norseman, buy a coffee, and then we'll hit the road and plan on stopping somewhere, probably somewhere east of Balladonia. So there we go, about 300 kilometres. I'm not keen to race across the Nullarbor. We'll take a bit of time to get across there. This is lovely, salmon gums. You can see why it's called salmon gums. Have a look at these trees behind me, beautiful salmon coloured gum trees. They're everywhere around here, it's just stunning. But I'll take you for a little walk into town. Not a great deal to see in there, it's a tiny little town. Quite a big primary school and a lovely old pub on the corner. Wasn't open last night, so it's not open on a Monday night, unfortunately. But it would have been nice to have a beer and a counter meal in there. But anyway, salmon gums. Geez, a pretty little spot, and nice plot to stay if you're looking for somewhere on your way down to Esperance or on your way out of Esperance heading east. Take you into town, show you around. The salmon gum sign writer's no Picasso, but I guess it gets the message across. Here's the railway line. It's only, as I said, it's only about 50 metres from the caravan park. But it was really quite comforting to hear the trains coming through. They actually go through quite slowly, so I'm not sure the reason for that. But yeah, it was nice listening to the trains. It was only about 2 or 3 between 10 o'clock and 6 o'clock this morning. Nothing coming. Salmon Gums Hotel on the market. So if you're looking for a nice little fixer-upper, here's a good opportunity for you. I'm no train historian, but this looks to me like an old water tank that they would have had for the old steam trains in the olden days to top up their water supply. She's looking a little bit rickety at the moment. About the only other thriving business in town, the Salmon Gums Trading Post, post office, general store, and that's about it. Not much else around. So this is Salmon Gums Community Caravan Park, which is a nice little spot to stay. Quite some train, still going. It's the second set of locomotives that have gone through. Here we go, the end is in sight. Well, this is certainly something we're not used to. A little bit of rain. Haven't seen rain for, I don't think we ever saw rain when we were tripping around up north. But we're just out of Norseman. Just pulled over for a quick break, and we'll be in Norseman. It's only about 5k from here, but look at these bushes, it's really pretty. The salmon gums and these white flowering bushes are really gorgeous. So we're just out of Norseman. Norseman's a really nice little town. We've heard a few mixed reports about Norseman, but looking around, it's not a bad little town at all. Very tidy.
Very nice coffee from Blue Moon.
So that's it. So we are now officially on the air highway. Here it is in front of us, on the air highway heading east across the Nullarbor.
Yeehaw!
Hopefully we can outrun this rain and arrive at our campsite tonight before the rain gets there. So, Balladonia. I'll just film this for the next 800 kilometres. I am so funny sometimes. So here we are, 90 miles straight, Australia's longest straight road, 146.6 kilometres. Just out of Balladonia. There we go. Well, we've got our first campfire. So we're just east of Balladonia, about 50 kilometres east of Balladonia, in a little free camp. Got the campfire going. The skies are looking a little bit grey. We're hoping that the rain will hold off. Anyway, it'll put the fire out. But beautiful. We've been looking forward to this for a long time, our first campfire, because we really miss it after having all the campfires up in the Kimberley. It was just beautiful. So anyway, we're here for the night, and not sure what's on the menu. I'll have to go and text or have a chat to the cook, see what she's got going. And then tomorrow we're off to Cockle, to the caves at Cockle. We're going to go up and camp next to the cave up there. I'll just have a look, see what the campsite's like. It's about 9 kilometres off the main road, so we'll poke in and have a look and see what that's like. But anyway, isn't this great? Gotta love a campfire. So I'm just saying, it's a little bit exciting to be crossing the Nullarbor. Something we haven't really considered before, but certainly is very exciting to be out here on the air highway, crossing the Nullarbor for the very first time. So here's cheers. Cheers to our Nullarbor crossing.
Cheers!
So we made a bit of a detour off the air highway here on the Nullarbor and ventured up to Cockle Cave. So it's about 9 kilometres down a bit of a bumpy dirt road, to the cave, just to have a look at it. It's something I've heard about and I've always wanted to come and see it for some reason. Just one of those funny things. But anyway, here it is. This is Cockle Cave. Is there a track in there? We'll walk down. So we'll go for a quick walk down there. Really interesting here. So apparently Cockle Cave was the site of the world's longest, let me just read it again, the world's longest cave diving penetration in 1983. Distance of 6.24 kilometres from the entrance was reached. Wow, 6 kilometres one way. And then it's been extended in 2008 to 6.38 kilometres underwater. It's quite amazing. Quite amazing. Also looks like there was some prehistoric monstering going on in the early days. This is a very interesting place. Might have to do a bit more Googling on this one. So that's the entrance down. It has been officially closed. Quite amazing to think that it goes for 6 or 7 kilometres under the ground here, full of water. Wouldn't you just love to dive that? They say they found lots of fossils or bones of animals that have come to their death in these caves, and I'm not sure whether you're going to be able to see that or not, but there's actually a kangaroo down there that looks like it must have been hopping across the plains and hopped over that edge there unknowingly. Wow, it's an amazing place. Cave. It's worth a short detour in. Very interesting. Might do a little bit more reading on that. So we might get going. We've got about another 100k to go before we reach our stop tonight. see if we can get in and get set up before the rains settle in. I'm puffing, climbing out of the hole. Okay, let's go. Lisa's taken refuge in the car already. Ready to roll? Just a little bit of a heads up on our next stop, which was Madura, which is still on the Western Australian side of the Nullarbor. So it's about 520 kilometres from Norseman, and then from there it's about another 700 kilometres heading east to Ceduna. So where we camped was up above the Madura Roadhouse. There's a lookout, if you're coming west to east, just before you come down the range, or if you're going east to west, just after you go up the range. There's a lookout at the top of the hill, and you drive in there and you go past the lookout area, there's a big sort of circular area with a big fire pit, and keep going, and you come up to a road that runs along the cliffs, and it goes for a couple of kilometres, and there's just dozens of little campsites tucked away under the trees over at the top of the cliffs that look over the valley. It's absolutely sensational, and I'll stick some drone footage in there you can have a look at later. But Madura, just west of Norseman, 500 kilometres west of Norseman, was our second stop on the Nullarbor. So we're at Madura at the top of the ridge. A fairly stormy looking night. We are seriously hoping that the rain is going the opposite direction.
It's going that way.
We're really hoping. But as we look around, there's a fair few showers on the horizon. Well, to say it pissed down last night would be an absolute understatement. The heavens absolutely opened up. But we were tucked away safely in bed, so it wasn't too bad. But have a look at this morning, it is just stunning. Up here on the top of the ridge. That petered out around midnight. The stars came out this morning. It was just gorgeous out there. But anyway, we've got another 260 kilometres now before we get to Bunda Cliffs. Should be crossing the WA-SA border in about another 100 kilometres or so. And this is lovely. If you've ever thought about doing the Nullarbor and been a bit nervous about it, I mean, we're only just over halfway across it really. But so far the drive has been really pleasant. I don't know if I'd want to do it in the middle of summer, but it's been really nice so far. It'll be interesting to see whether it continues like that as we get further east. But so far, I can recommend it. Drive across the Nullarbor, it's just been gorgeous. Hopefully it stays that way. This is it, we're at the border, South Australian, Western Australian border. Observe the time zone change. I don't know what it is. I think it's South Australia.
So we don't even have to stop. No. Those poor people going to Western Australia.
Suckers.
Oh.
There's a petrol station over there, isn't it? First view of the Great Australian Bight. Also a little bit of excitement. A Nova Terra Sports from Lewis RV. Same place we got ours from. But it is a beautiful day. We've just managed to time it really well. So it's looking gorgeous out over the Great Southern Ocean. We'll get down here and give you a look at it. Have a look at that. Beautiful day today. Looking south to Antarctica. So we found the turn off into the cliff top camps, and we're just snaking our way in now. A little bit stony, but it's not really an issue.
Oh, and just like that, you're here. And through wiki camps they say go west.
Young man. Don't tell me that's the cliff.
That is the cliff, Andrew. Shit.
I wasn't going to keep going. I know you need to stop at the blue stuff.
Go west. Go west, young man.
Well, in this next little bit of video, you might not be able to tell, but we were just a little bit excited about arriving at the Bunda Cliff campsite. It's not really even a campsite, just the Bunda Cliffs. So yeah, sorry about that, but we were very excited. Have a look at this. So we pulled up. We think we're in the right spot. Oh my God, have a look at that. That is amazing. It's incredible.
Oh, makes your heart sing.
That is just unbelievable.
That makes me cry.
The scary thing is, like the cliff face is right here, literally at the end of the shadow. It's just incredible.
That'll do.
Have a look at that.
This is so beautiful. Stop. We've got some very strict rules.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not a sleepwalker. Have a look at the conditions out there. Oh gosh, it is just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Oh, I think this will do.
So that's the campsite just there. Yep, this will definitely do. This is just incredible.
Oh, it makes you do want to go to the edge.
Not allowed to dangle my feet over the edge here, so Lisa says.
It is truly unbelievably magnificent.
It's amazing.
Everything I dreamed it would be.
One little problem with the Bunda Cliffs. There are a few flies, but that should be sorted out once the sun goes down.
Everything else makes up for the flies.
The sun is slowly setting on our fourth day on the Nullarbor. Parked up here at the Bunda Cliffs. Just waiting for the sun to dip just that little bit lower so we can break out the gin and tonics and enjoy it without the flies. Okay, there's going to be a lot of Bunda Cliff video
Spam.
porn. Hang on, let me just clean the lens a bit. There we go. There's going to be a lot of Bunda Cliff video porn because it is just truly beautiful. So the sun is just going down.
So I might be able to take this off.
You should be able to. And have a look at the colour of the sky. Just amazing. We're just sitting here saying the only thing that's going to be or make this better is if we get to see the Aurora Australis tonight as we sit here looking out over Antarctica with our bonfire going. Pretty cool.
Very perfect.
Absolutely beautiful. Right, well I think we jumped the gun a bit on calling the area that we'd been through before the Nullarbor. So now we've seen the sign that says we just started the western end of the Nullarbor, head of the bight 1 kilometre there. And as we look out the window, this is probably why they call it the Nullarbor, how it got the name the Nullarbor. Treeless plain. From the Latin word nullus borus, nullus meaning there aren't any, borus meaning trees. Well, we're just at the Nullarbor Roadhouse now, and apparently this is the western end of the Nullarbor Plain proper. Would you believe it? Anyway, I have to do some googling on that. It's the old original Nullarbor Roadhouse. Things have improved a little bit since then. Well, here's something you don't see every day. Pulled up at the survey to top up. So this is quite a spot. This Nullarbor, they got everything here. When I say everything, I mean everything. Beats picking fruit. So that's the Nullarbor Roadhouse, and we're going to head down to the head of the bight now. It's a bit early for whales, but there was a guy that I was talking to back at Lucky Bay said it's really quite a pretty little spot, so we might just head down there. It's not far off our path. Head of the bight, the whale watching area. There's no whales here, unfortunately. We're just a little bit early, but we thought we'd just come down, have a little look. It's meant to be quite pretty here.
I'll go down there.
Yeah, big swell. Look at the big swells rolling in from the Southern Ocean. We're here at Kerabi Farm, which is about 150 kilometres east of the Nullarbor Roadhouse and about 100 and something kilometres west of Ceduna. So we're here for a couple of nights. Thought we'd just have a little explore. We're going to head down to Fowler's Bay today, once the fog lifts. Had a little bit of rain last night, and it certainly has made things a little bit foggy. Let's have a look at this. So Kerabi Farm has a few different sorts of accommodation. They've got a couple of little villas. They've got some like shearers' quarters, donga style accommodation, and there's about four powered sites and probably 4 or 5 unpowered sites. It's a lovely place. I mean, have a look at it. It's beautiful. Well, it might be when the fog lifts. On the lookout this morning for one of the iconic animals that iconic Australian animals that we haven't ticked off the list, and that's the hairy-nosed wombat. Apparently there's heaps of them around here. We actually saw a few on the road, not looking that healthy on the way in, but yeah, apparently there's a few. Yeah, so there's a few iconic Australian animals on the list that we've never seen before. Wombat is one of them. Platypus, of course, is pretty high up there. Lyrebird is also another. That's about half of the animals that appear on Australian coins. Apparently on the road from here down to Fowler's Bay, there's a fair possibility that we might spot them. I reckon early mornings and late afternoons is when they are around foraging. So that'd be nice. See a wombat. I'm sure the excitement will wear off fairly quickly, but anyway, we need to tick it off the list. Okay, I've got to go back and make a cup of tea. Lisa's birthday today, so I've got to go and make a cup of tea because I haven't gotten any presents for her. There was some lovely stubby coolers and tea towels at the Nullarbor Roadhouse, but she just wasn't interested. So anyway, back into the fog and make a cup of tea. Oh, okay. 3 roads to choose from. Wonder which one I came down. Let's go for the one on the right. So we're just down at Fowler's Bay, or we've just been to Fowler's Bay. We're actually a little bit out of town at Scott's Beach and Mexican Hat Beach. Down for a look, and it's beautiful. Just had a chat to the guy on the patrol over there. He's just going down to fish for some salmon. But it's him and us. That's all. There's no one else around. But this is pretty good coastline. Have a look at this. A couple of big swells starting to come through here. Apparently it's a very popular surf break, this, when the big Southern Ocean swells come in. Don't know if I'd like to be out there in it. Seems a little bit sharky for my liking. Do the rock under the armpit ceremony and then chuck it in the water. You haven't put it under your armpit yet. This is one of the great mysteries of mankind. Why can't girls throw? You're very good at it. One of the mysteries of the modern world. On the path of finding the great hairy-nosed wombat, and just came across Wombat Burrows just here. It's funny, I was just telling Lisa about why the farmers hate them. You can see pretty active site here, plenty of wombat poo around. So we'll go and have a look. There's heaps of these burrows here. So here's another one just here. Another one, lots of bones here. I'm not sure what sort of bones they are. So I'm not 100% sure whether that's a wombat skull or not. But there just seems to be all around these burrows lots of bones. I don't know whether the old wombats die and they just get dragged out by the relations. It's intriguing. Intriguing. Seen any yet? So we're here at Padong. We're here at Padong just in time to watch the Western Tigers versus Streaky Bay. They're just doing their warm-ups at the moment. We've got a steak sandwich and a bucket of chips for lunch for Lisa's birthday. Happy birthday, Lise. The lengths I go to. So here they are, Western Tigers. That must be them on the other side versus Streaky Bay. Should be a good game. There we go. That was our trip across the Nullarbor. We really enjoyed it. It was a great drive. A lot of people bag it. I don't know why. It's really quite an interesting drive, especially the western sort of half of it. As you get towards the eastern half, it gets a little bit barren and tedious, but it's only for a few hundred kilometres. And we took it nice and easy. We did about 300 kilometres a day at the most. We weren't in a hurry to get across, so we stopped and enjoyed it. And yeah, it was a great trip. We really enjoyed it. It's certainly not boring or dull. If you want a boring, dull trip, you want to drive from Geraldton up to Exmouth. There's a boring, dull trip for you, about the same distance almost. But anyway, we're in South Australia now. We from Coorabie Station, we headed down to Streaky Bay and Coffin Bay, and then across to Port Lincoln, and up to where are we now? We're up in the Barossa Valley at the moment, and as you can see, it's a little bit cold. We're looking forward to a bit more warm weather. Hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned. Subscribe if you want to see more of what we're up to here in South Australia, and in a few weeks' time pushing up into the Northern Territory. So we'll catch you then. See you later.